Hello everybody, welcome back to another installment of Let's Play Super Star Wars. Here we are in the Cantina, shooting everything with a pulse. I like this level a lot. It's very simple, straightforward, but it reminds me of those old like TMNT and Final Fight, stuff like that. It reminds me of those old beat-em-ups, except in space and with guns, which makes everything better, I suppose. Although, I mean, it's not as good as Final Fight, because in Final Fight there's Mayor Hagar, but, you know, whatever. This is a fun level. I got really lucky in this level, actually, because if you don't get a lot of health swords before you meet the boss, you're probably not going to beat the boss, honestly. It's basically just comes down to a battle of attrition. Those guys in the background, you can actually hit them before they jump up. You just have to aim up right for some reason. Yeah, there we go. I got like 2 health swords right at the same time. You have to aim like upright in order to hit the guys in the background before they jump on you. And thankfully the ones in the brown cloaks drop big hearts when you kill them, so that's nice. And apparently every single bounty hunter in the galaxy is just out to get Luke, and apparently there's only 5 bounty hunters in the galaxy, and they just clone themselves a bunch of times. At least that's what I'm taking away from this. Yeah, and then you get up to, they try to change the scenery around a little bit. Now they're jumping off the bar. You'd think the bar patrons would be a little bit nervous, the actual ones that are there to drink or hang out, you know, at this huge cantina fight happening around them. Laser blasts flying everywhere. Assassins jumping up with daggers, you know, and you'd think the barkeeps would have a little bit of a problem with assassins just crouching on the bar waiting for Luke to run by so that they can assault them. Yeah, here's the boss. I didn't realize this when I fought him before. I found it out when I was playing it this time, but he kind of moves back if you move towards him, which makes the boss fight a lot easier. Because normally this guy's pretty hard, honestly. You can't really, if he's close up to you, you really cannot dodge his attacks, the neck extendo-matic thing. Or his punch is a little bit easier to dodge, but the neck thing, you basically have no chance. So you basically have to back him up and just do your best. Thankfully, I had enough health that I could just brute force him, basically. So Han and Chewie are basically the only people left alive in the cantina, so by default, they're the ones who give you a ship. And now you have to escape from Mos Eisley. Oh yeah, now you can choose Han, by the way. I don't really remember what's special about Han, to be honest. I think he starts with Seekers, but I'm not sure if anything else. So, escape from Mos Eisley. This level is really hard, actually. It's also very long. It starts off similarly to the initial Mos Eisley stage, except with a couple of Seeker droids, or probe droids, or whatever they are, thrown in, and some assassins in the window, but it takes a turn for the annoying at a certain point, which you'll see up ahead. Okay, now, initially it was just the stormtroopers and the random spikes strewn about town. Why are spikes strewn about Mos Eisley anyways? Whatever, this is a question you could ask in almost any video game. But, now there are snipers in every window, there are probe droids, everything in Mos Eisley wants Luke to die. And this one stormtrooper keeps ambushing me up here, and I keep falling, because he just drops out of the air and onto the spikes. Well, onto the platform, and I drop onto the spikes. Not so much onto the spikes as onto the boxes, thank God. I wonder how those storage boxes even got there. Somebody would have had to brave the spikes to put them there. Why? Why would you store boxes there? It'd be impossible to get to. The supplies? Yeah, I know. I'm just being pedantic about this this game. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, this part's pretty straightforward, obviously. You get another window sill area here with more snipers and more stormtroopers for half the price. And yeah, not a lot to say about this part. Yeah, the levels in this game, they are pretty repetitive, but they're, you know, they always keep the adrenaline going, you know. And for some reason my shots went straight through that guy, even though I was clearly hitting him. Yeah, the levels are pretty repetitive, but they're a lot of fun anyways. You know. Okay, I didn't even know there was a boss here, to be honest, and I died to him initially. He's not very difficult, to be honest. I just didn't know what I was doing. I've forgotten completely about this boss, and so I behaved like an idiot and died horribly. What kind of maintenance droid comes equipped with guns, anyways? Well, I guess most droids in the Star Wars universe do, unless they're protocol droids. So yeah, there's where I beat him. I only had to fight him one more time, thankfully. But as you can see, I'm low on health, and this level is not over. Not even close. This level is just getting started. I assume this is supposed to be the hangar. If it is, I don't know why there are mines everywhere. Yeah, those things. Oh my gosh. The mines, you can touch them. It's just that after they're on screen for a certain amount of time, they explode. You can shoot them too. You can make them explode from a distance. But basically, this entire area's theme is exploding machinery and you. Almost everything you kill except for the stormtroopers will explode, and as you notice that droid right there, sometimes it explodes pretty far out and it can really hurt. And then of course there's electrical beams. Like I said, this is the most dangerous hangar ever, and it's not even like, yeah. It's not even like, yeah. I'm totally making worthwhile sentences here. And it's kind of a maze too. There's actually, I'm not sure if you can get stuck anywhere. Well, actually, I know you can get stuck anywhere. I actually had to play this part more than once, and this isn't the first run you're seeing. And there's one area that basically just exists for a dead end. But there are a bunch of different paths you can take. There's another thermal detonator that I can use on nothing. And I think they all ultimately lead to the same place because, I mean, there's a boss at the end, so obviously you have to end up there eventually. But I don't really know if any path is easier or harder or whatever. And this is basically just a giant maze of turrets and electrical beams and mines. Tons of mines. Mines everywhere. I wonder if those were just, like, put in the hangar by Mos Eisley themselves, not by any enemies, just to keep the pilots on their toes. I mean, this is after all the most wretched hive of scum and villainy. So maybe they just were trying to weed out some of the worst ones. Maybe if the mines weren't there, there would be even worse people in Mos Eisley, or maybe not, or maybe the people in Mos Eisley put them there because they are the most wretched hive of scum and villainy. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just stringing words together at this point. Because there's not a lot to talk about in the level. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting you have to do for the electrical beams. And you have to wait for the mines to explode or shoot them. Or sometimes I just run into them and they explode. But yeah, it's a pretty tedious level, and it's pretty difficult too. And the boss at the end is really hard. Yes, there's another boss. There's two bosses in this level. It's really annoying. And the second boss is way harder than the first one. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't like. See, there was another path up there. I don't know where it goes or what's up there, but I guess the world may never know. And we just have to deal with more platforming, more mines. Yeah, wait, I lied. There is the dead end. There's just a random dead end right there. And then down here, there's a bunch of those exploding droids. See, look how far out the debris goes. Jeez. And more turrets and boxes. And yeah, I'm kind of running out of material, to be honest. The structure just, I mean, this level just goes on for way too long, and it's you don't get a lot of, I think I got one health sword here, maybe two, but I had to go through this level again, and I didn't get any health upgrades at all. I had to go through the level again because of the boss, actually, because I only got to him with like half health, and that was not nearly enough to beat him. So yeah, that's the end of that sentence. Man, you'd think they would make their cranes operate so that they didn't just pick up people instead of cargo. Leaving your ship in the Mos Eisley hangar is like the worst idea ever. Why would anybody come here? Even the worst people in the galaxy, even smugglers. Why would they come here? There are many safer places to hide than here, where everything ever will try and destroy you, including the machinery, the pre-programmed machinery. And yeah, here's the boss. I did not stand a chance against him. He's one of those bosses where you can't hurt him until you destroy all the parts. He's got 5 parts. He's got the cover of the front there, the 2 flame jets, the turret on the bottom, and the turret on the back. And yeah, I die. I had to play through the whole level again, just so that I could get to him with full health. I didn't get a single health sword this time. And this is not the first battle you're seeing here. I fought him several times before I finally beat him here, and I filmed all of it and just cut out the rest. Well, this guy's really hard. Well, yeah, once you know what you're doing, he's not too bad. If you'll notice, basically, take out the front 2 things, then try and get under him, and take out the turret and the flame jet, and then the turret in the back's really easy. Then after that, you basically, as long as you don't, like, jump up like an idiot, then you basically have no problems here. So yeah, that level was a pain. I had to play it several times, and the boss, too. But oh well, I mean, I had fun with it. And now we go off, not to Alderaan, but just to In Search of the Princess, and we end up at the Death Star. Inexplicably, it doesn't mention how we got there at all. It doesn't even mention that the Death Star exists before this point, in fact. But I guess they naturally assume that anybody who's playing this game already knows what the Death Star is. And, yeah, next time we will go through the Death Star and, kill everybody in it. I think this tactic would have worked a lot better in the movies than the tactic of running around and sneaking around and everything. They should have just tried and shot everybody. I think that would have been ideal. Thanks for watching, everybody.